Omah Lay's album Clarity of Mind is getting a lot of low reviews and negative feedback. Honestly, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised though. For an album that has that much buzz and the cockiness surrounding the release of the album, I think a lot of fans and music lovers have been expecting this album. Like Omah Lay talk well on top this album. So naturally people would think Omah Lay has evolved, right, in his sound for him to make some bold claims and statement like, he doesn't see anyone better than him in the past 20 years. That is really being cocky, right? But again, let's go to the album. The album has 12 tracks, and I do think that Omah Lay played safe on this one, really, but not too much of playing safe. Because for an artist to only feature one person on an album, that tells you a lot of cockiness. Like I feel like for this album, he was very audacious. When you listen to the records, you will feel that cockiness. You will hear an artist that has the audacity that, I can do this. For me, out of the 12 songs, I F with at least 5. Canada Breeze is up there for me. Water Spirit. That one a bank. Waters, and I think my favorite actually is Coping Mechanism with Elma. Elma took the song. Emma challenged Omah Lay so much on this track that I feel like this was where Omah Lay gave his all in the entirety of this record. Again, you can prove me wrong or retort with what you think. Then Julia or Julia, however you want to call her, but this one bang. Then I think I Am is a fantastic record. When I saw the name at first, the first thing that came to my mind was He Is. Again, people were saying ideas were stolen or not. If there's anything I think resulted to that accusation at all within this body of work, would be the He Is, I Am. That's for me. But anyways, aside from this 5 that I listed, I still F with obviously the initial releases like Waste and also Don't Love Me. So my 5 plus Waste and Don't Love Me, that's already 7 songs that are really great from the album, right? And then he threw Holy Ghost there. Holy Ghost is obviously a banger, so that's 8. So having an album with 8 over 10, 8 over 12, I think, come on, I think it's a pass for me. Again, it makes sense why the rollout was really loud. The distribution company for his debut album Boy Alone was actually Psy Record, which was I would say subsidiary or whatever, an imprint of Warner Brothers. So now I think for the Sophomore, Warner is handling the release. That tells you something that Omah Lay is not a small artist anymore. He's a big shot now. That there is no middleman. He's working directly with Warner, which means the marketing budget will be strong, which means he's at the priority of release rosters, which means that he is solid, he's on demand, and they really want to push him. But anyways, if we have 12 songs and I F with 8 songs out of the 12 songs, that's 6 over 10, which is a little bit above average. Every artist will say their next work is their best work. So Omah Lay has said Clarity of Mind is his best work yet. I see a bit of growth in his delivery, most especially his delivery. It's, again, like I said, very audacious. The way his countenance and the way he was saying the words, you can see this is an artist that has grown in mindset and really knows what he wants. I do think that personally this work will come off as an experimental work for what is to come next. I want to see him explore more sound, cause this body of work actually sounds a lot like it sounds monotonous, right? So hopefully he would explore different sounds next time.